Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how you can create this digital display for your first-person shooter gun that will keep track of your ammo. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do is right-click in the content browser and create a widget blueprint. And we'll call this ammo. We'll double-click in here. And we're going to change this from fill screen to custom. And we'll leave it at 100 by 100. And then we're going to drag a text block into our canvas panel. We'll zoom in on this. And we're going to change this color to green. So we'll zero out the red and the blue. I'm going to set this text to 00, 0. And we'll anchor it in the center. And then we will resize this to be 100 by 100. And center our text. And we can do a little bit of resizing here. And the last thing we're going to need to do is make this text block a variable. And we'll call this ammo count. And we can compile and save. And then we can go into our first person character. I'm going to delete all of this stuff. We're going to remake this code together. And this part here. So this is just the base default spawning projectile in the first person shooter. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to come in here to the viewport and I'm going to add a widget. Click here and we'll make sure this widget is attached to our first person shooter gun. And then we're going to come over here to widget class and we're going to look for ammo. And we're going to make sure the draw size is 100 by 100. And then we're going to want to position this widget right here in the little display area that we have of the gun, which I found to be 0, 5, and 20. We'll position the widget quite nicely there. And now we just have to make sure it's facing the right direction. I think we have to rotate this 180 degrees. And it's huge, so we're going to scale this down to 0.075, 0.075, and 0.075. And now it fits quite nicely within that black area. So we'll leave that like that. We'll come back into our event graph, and we're going to drag out our widget. And we're going to say get user widget object. And we're going to cast this to our ammo widget. And we'll right click here and use off of begin play. And we'll connect that up like that. And we'll store a reference to our ammo widget. And then we're going to want to drag out of this ammo widget and say get ammo count. And we're going to want to get or set the text. And what we're going to set the text to is a variable that we're going to create to keep track of our ammo. So create a variable and we'll call this my ammo. And we can compile this and we'll set my ammo to 15. And we'll drag out my ammo. We'll hook this up like that. And then we'll link these in together. And we can compile and save. And now we're going to come over here to the input action fire event. And we're going to drag out my ammo again. We'll get it. And then we're going to do a check. So we'll have a branch and it'll check to see if we have enough ammo to fire off a bullet. So make sure this is less than or equal to 0. Branch. And I did that by holding B and then just clicking anywhere in the editor. And if it is less than or equal to 0, we won't be able to spawn a projectile. So we'll hook up the false to spawn projectile. And then here after the play sound, we'll take my ammo, we'll get it, and we'll drag off and search for decrement. And this will subtract 1 from the ammo count each time. And then we're going to want to get our my ammo reference. And we're going to get ammo count again. And we're going to get the text from here, or set the text. And we will set it to our current ammo. And then just for some added flair, we can come off of this and say less than or equal to, and just say if it's less than or equal to 5, for example, you can drag off and have a branch node. And if that's true, we're going to want to take our ammo count and set the color. We'll right click here to split this, and we'll click on this little box and we'll just make it red. So that way when our ammo goes down to about 5 or less, the number will show up as red on the display. And the last thing that we're going to want to do is have a reload function. So I'll just right click here and use the R key. And what we're going to do off of here is we'll grab my ammo and we'll set it. We'll set it to 15. And then we can get our text from right up here actually, my ammo count. And we can say set text. And we're going to want to set the text to 15 now. And finally, we're going to want to change the color. So set color. And we'll hook that up like this. We'll break this structure pin and we'll click on the color and we'll make this green again like it was in the beginning. So hit OK. We'll compile and save. And now we'll hit play. And as you see, 15 is showing up. And as we shoot, we get down to 5, it turns red. And at 0, we can't shoot anymore. If we hit R, we are back up to 15. And we can keep shooting. Alright guys, I hope you thought that was helpful. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And stay tuned for more tutorials. Alright, see you guys later.